Hey everyone, it's Jason. Welcome to another unboxing for Marvel Legendary, the newest set, Realm of the Kings. So this is an Inhuman set. So we'll get, Black Bolt, Medusa, and we'll see who else. And of course, there's Maximus on the back there. And if you bought previous sets, Maximus was available as part of the Cabal in the Secret Wars set, and Black Bolt was available as part of the Illuminati. So you're actually going to get another version of some of these characters. A big old full set, some new keywords, of course. Alright, let's jump right in to see what we got. Excuse me. Alright, so we got a new team symbol, the Inhumans. We have, right off the bat, we have Black Bolt, who ranged to break the silence. So they have a couple new things. They have lots of when recruited abilities. So it says, when you recruit this, you may KO one of your cards with no rule text. So that would be either some of his cards or a couple other character cards. Not too many have no rule text at all. But like your shield agents. But it's kind of a neat idea because it's like you gain a bonus once they're recruited. Then once you play him any other time, you just ignore that top effect. And it's a 2 for 3, same as a Maria Hill. But if you've already played a ranged character, you gain Throne's Favor. If you already have it, you may spend it to gain +2. So Throne's Favor is a new concept in this game. So it starts out, you're supposed to have some sort of like extra token that you can use to decide who's basically in the Throne's Favor. And whatever either player has it, or if a mastermind or a villain has it for some reason, or another card or whatever, because there might be something else, they gain a bonus. So if you currently have it, or if you don't have it, you can gain it with this card. And then if you already had it, you can gain extra 2 if you decide to spend it. And you spend it by just basically putting it back in like the middle of the table, and then nobody has it. Or if you're gaining it, you take it from whoever does have it. It kind of been cool if they would have at least tossed in like a token of like a crown or something. But they didn't. So we got 4 of those. We have Wordless Murmur. It's another range card. 3/1. So it's some dual abilities there. 5 cost but no text, so it works really well with his previous card. The Declaration of War. A text card. So if you played an Inhuman, you gain the favor. If you already have it, you may spend it to reveal the top 2 cards of your deck. Put each of those cards with no rule text back into your hand, and put the rest back in any order. So interesting. I mean, it's going to be one of the things that Throne's Favor is going to work really well with the set, but outside of the set, how often it's going to work. I mean, it might not trade hands as often then, because if you're like, he's the only card that has it, then you're going to gain it and basically just keep it. Here's his ultimate, the King's Speech. Gain Throne's Favor. If you already have it, you may spend it to choose speak or don't speak, and then reveal the top 3 cards of your deck. If you speak, put all no rules text into your hand, and don't speak, you may KO any number with no rules and put them back in any order. So this is kind of the downside I had with the previous Black Bolt card. He has cards that involve no rules text, and then he only has one of his 4 cards that have no rules text. So you end up with a lot of his stuff not working with himself, even unless you get that one extra card. If that card doesn't come up in rotation to even purchase, then you're kind of SOL on that. But it also lets you get rid of basic cards too, I suppose. So it'd be interesting. You could team them up with the other Black Bolt. You definitely have more options. We have Medusa, the Queen of the Inhumans. This is a strength card. When recruited, you gain Throne's Favor. So 2 for 1. Attack. You gain Throne's Favor. If you already have it, you may spend it to gain 2. You can see a lot of these are relying on that. But, team her up with the other characters and she'll be gaining it quite quick. Grab some more cards there. Splitting Hair is an instant ability. When recruited, draw a card and gain Throne's Favor. Play an instant, gain Throne's Favor. If you already have it, you may spend it to draw a card. There's a lot of stuff where you can gain it. And if you already have it, you can spend it. So some of the problem with these bottom abilities is you're going to be waiting around if you don't have it just to buy it. But she's got some decent... She's an attacker. Royal Command. When recruited, gain Throne's Favor. Which is a very common thing they've all been saying. Play an Inhuman. Gain Throne's Favor. If you already have it, you may spend it to KO one of your cards. Helps reduce your hand size. And her ultimate is Headstrong. When recruited, draw 2 cards and gain Throne's Favor. Gain Throne's Favor. If you already have it, you may spend it to draw 2 cards. So she's all about drawing cards a lot. She's got a couple draw card abilities, but she's all strength. She has no recruit abilities. Which is kind of interesting. Oh, excuse my coughing, I'm sorry. We have Crystal. This is kind of interesting here because she can also be an Avenger. So it's kind of now you can play her with Quicksilver, who came out in Revelations, and form some more of those teams. She got Earth, Air, Fire, and Water. If you play one of each of those Strength, Instincts, Covert, and Range, you get +3. That's actually kind of a cool ability. If you play all 4 of them, you gain a bonus because that gives you a reason to kind of spread out your colors a bit more. I think she might work well with like Captain America. Master the 4 Elements. Choose one of the 4. This card is only that hero class for this turn. Draw a card. Oh, that's cool. Then you can play this, and then she can count as one of the ones you need for her other cards. Good synergy there. Elemental Princess. Covert. And so far she's got a range card, an instant card, and a covert card. When recruited, you may KO one of your cards that isn't. So basically a tech or a basic card. Gain Throne's Favor. If you already have it, you may spend it to make this card one of those for the turn. So again, synergizes with the other ones. And then she has her ultimate, which is a Strength. Weave 4 into 1. When recruited, you may gain a Strength, Instinct, Covert, or Ranged hero from the HQ that costs 4 or less. Well, that's just a fun thing to have. When revealed, or reveal the top 4 cards of your deck, put a Strength hero, Instant hero, Covert hero, and Ranged hero from among them into your hand. Put the rest back in any order. So that could definitely be really super potential. You buy it and you gain a card. But when you play this, you can potentially have up to 4 extra cards in your hand, depending on how because like 4 for 8's not that good, but like when you're potentially getting 4 other cards, and generally at the bare minimum you're gonna get at least 1. Because I mean, the chances are you draw 4 cards and all 4 are not at least one of them. But you could get screwed over and get a bunch of get all your like basic cards if you haven't got rid of them. Alright, I'm sorry about that. Brilliant strategy. We have Karnak, which is one of my favorite Inhumans because he has an interesting ability and attitude. So he has a Covert card. When recruited, you gain +1 attack. Play a Covert. When you draw a new hand of cards, draw an extra hand of cards. It's nice for a 2 ability, for a 2 cost. Find the fatal flaw. This is basically his ability. Is he can look at something and find the weakness, whether it's in someone, like a particular person, and find like a weak spot to punch, or if it's like their plan and find the weak spot in their plan. Yes, he's kind of an interesting character. He's kind of snobby because of that. It's a 0 recruit. When recruited, you get +2 attack. You buy these, you automatically gain some attack, which is nice. Choose 2 villain groups, or choose a villain group. You get +1 for each villain group in your victory pile from that group. So the villain groups would be things like, would be like the name of the actual group, like Heralds of Galactus, or my brain's just not working on what any of them are. Or like from this one, we have the Inhuman Resistance or Rebellion. That would be another one. You could also pick one of the henchmen groups, but you can't say henchmen. You have to say like Doombot Legion, and it would cover any Doombot, or Hand Ninja, it would cover all your Hand Ninja. Just kind of cool. Shatter the weak point. So every time you recruit him, you're getting more attack. That's cool. For at least a 1 shot. But kind of a downside. It means you might sit in there, you might be like, I don't need that attack yet. Kind of like you do with the Hand Ninja. Oh, buying that 1 star won't help me, so I won't buy him. But here's kind of like, oh, do I buy him for the ability, or do I wait until I can use that attack? But here, choose a villain group, get +1 attack for each villain. And, okay, this is a different one. No ability on this side. Seek the center. You get +4 attack right off the bat. It's kind of cool. Whenever you play this card, when you play a card this turn, including this, oh, you may use this 1 recruited ability. Well, that's cool. So if you have a bunch of his stuff and you play this with his, you're going to gain a bunch of extra attack. But if we went back and we looked at some of the other ones, so KOing's okay. Gaining favor doesn't really help you. Like hers help you draw some cards. Like gains with favor, draw 2 cards. Hers didn't have any of those. Like this one lets you gain an extra hero, but that doesn't help. So far, that card works really well with him, but not as much with the rest of them. And then we have our we have our 5th member. We have Gorgon. So unfortunately, they didn't put Triton in here, which I get. Crystal makes more sense than Triton, but they could have put Crystal in with like the Avengers set or something. But we have Lockjaw. Inhumans. Hopefully they get like a sequel to the Inhumans, and they get some of the other Inhumans. Like they could make like, I think you could have Trigon in there, or like Match, and you could even like, if you want, you could even add in like Daisy Johnson, Quake, or Miss Marvel, Kamala. Like add some of the other characters as also Inhumans, because I hate when they come up with these new teams, and this is the only time you ever get that team. I wish they'd release more stuff with the teams. But we'll see what they do. Lockjaw, Inhuman's best friend. When recruited, you may teleport a 0-cost hero from your hand. This officially makes Lockjaw's 3rd card, because he has... is it his 3rd card? I know he's in the pet one. Maybe it's only his 2nd one. But you may teleport another card from your hand. Alright. Interesting, kind of neat they put Lockjaw in there, but kind of a waste of Gorgon. Stomping Shockwave. When recruited, Sewer's Abomination. And Street Abomination. And I guess I didn't look over the instructions like we normally do. I just jumped right into the cards. So we have 1 recruited ability. We have Thrones of Favor, so I've already explained. I do want to check the Abominations. So, The Abominations started in Captain America's 75th anniversary set. For a villain, it means the villain gains plus attack equal to the printed attack on the hero and the HQ under him. So every time they move, their attack's going to change. Or if you recruit them and it gets replaced, it might become something different. But now there's a new twist on here, is they have, like, Gorgon has Sewer Abomination, which gives him the attack equal to the printed hero under the sewer. So again, you could change that by buying the character under the sewer before you play this card. You would change it. And then there's also Highest, which gives the attack equal to the highest of any card under the HQ. And then there's Double, which just doubles the bonus. So like whatever space they're under. And then we have Teleport, which we've had, and we've had Choose a Villain Group we've talked about. Alright, so that's just what that means. So what that means is when you recruit him, you're going to gain attack equal to whatever card is underneath the sewer after refilling the HQ. And when you play him, you gain a bonus for the streaks if you have another strength card. So it's kind of neat because he has some variable strength then. He can get pretty strong, but it always kind of depends on what's around. Trample under Hoof. When recruited, you may KO one of your cards with no attack icon, and then he gets the highest Abomination. So trying to get rid of some of the weak cards to get more attack. Oh, I dropped all my cards. And his final one is Lead the Inhuman Elite. After recruiting Bridge Abomination, and then Teleport Rooftop Abomination. So the only one he doesn't have is Bank. This is Teleport, and I like to have Teleport with that, because then if you don't have another Inhuman, you could just teleport him for a turn and then use it next turn. So that's kind of cool too. Definitely interesting. Different take on the character. Alright, and then we got some villains. I like the villains actually put in this set. I thought they were pretty interesting. What did I do here? Oh, there we are. So, we're going to look at some villain groups first. First, we have the Inhuman Rebellion. So, we have some of the, more famous, I guess, Inhuman bad guys. We have Lineage, who, and I'm not super familiar with all the Inhumans, but if I remember from reading about him, his story is, when he became an Inhuman, he has all these, like, purple guys around him, or basically all his ancestors are, like, inside of him, or, like, he can communicate with them, so basically has, like, the possessed knowledge of all of his, like, entire, lineage, would be why his name is that. It says Abomination, so he gains strength for whatever he's under, kind of representing that. Rescue a bystander equal to the printed attack of the hero in the HQ underneath Lineage. That's interesting. We got two of those. We got Omega, who I'm not familiar with, but he has Abomination as well. Fight, choose Alpha or Omega, then reveal the top card of your deck. If it's Alpha, if that card is 0, KO it. If it's Omega, if that card costs 1 or more, draw it. Interesting gamble. If you're playing the right characters, you can prep that. We have Lash, who's also was on the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. TV show, who also has Abomination. Ambush. Choose a hero from the HQ that does not have a printed attack of 2 or more and put him on the bottom of the hero deck. Fight. Gain a hero from the HQ with no attack icon that costs 4 or less. So he comes out, he gets sort of a non-attacker, but when you beat him, you can gain a non-attacker. Kind of interesting combination. And then the Unspoken, who I've never heard of before. Double Abomination. Choose a hero from the HQ that does not have a printed attack of 2 or more put it on the bottom because they want to get more powerful guys out to siphon from. If there are no Shiars, then each player gains a wound. Fight, KO one of your heroes with no attack icon. He's kind of hard to beat, and he doesn't really have a good benefit to beating him. That sucks. So the Inhumans are led by Maximus the Mag, Black Bolt's brother. So he has highest Abomination, so he always gains a bonus for whatever the highest attack card is. Reveal one of Maximus' remaining mastermind tactics at random, then use its fight effect and shuffle it back into the tactics. Well, that kind of sucks. So he's 8, and then his epic version goes up to 9. And it says instead reveal 2 of them and use each of them and then shuffle them back in. And he has double highest Abominations. He's actually going to be a lot higher than 9. Epic versions are pretty crazy. Echo Tech Course Sentries. Fight. Each player kills one of their tech or Inhuman heroes or gains a wound. Maximus Boltagon harnessed Black Bolt's sonic power into technology and turned it against him. There's not that many tech characters. I think the only tech card was that one strength. Yeah, I think and they're all Inhumans, so that doesn't hurt as much if you're playing against the Inhumans. But yeah, I think that's the only tech card is Black Bolt has one tech card in this entire set, which is kind of interesting. Alright, so we have Sevy of Secrets. Each player reveals the top 6 cards of their deck, discards all non-gray heroes revealed, puts the rest back in any order. Seize the Inhuman Throne. Each player discards down to 4 cards. If Maximus gains Throne's favor. If he already has it, he spends it, and each player discards down to 3. Oh, discarding your hand sucks. Encouraging Bomb. And then the fact this is Master Strikes, getting a lot of these things to pop out repeatedly. That can make that suck. So put each hero from the HQ that does not have a printed attack of 2 or more at the bottom of the deck. Trying to work on that Abomination. He gains Throne's favor. If he already has it, he spends it, and each player kills one of their non-gray heroes with an attack icon. Oh boy. He's kind of brutal. Maximus. Alright. Then the next group we have is the Shiar Imperial Elite. Which is fun, because that means there's a second set of Shiar characters, along with the ones that were in X-Men. So you can make like a full Shiar battle if you wanted to. We have Mentor, Ambush, the Mastermind gains Throne's favor. If they already have it, each player discards a card. Fight, you gain Throne's favor. If you already have it, draw 2 cards. So cool, just playing on that Throne's favor ability. We have Gladiator, of course. Ambush, the Mastermind gains Throne's favor. If they already have it, each player would gain a wound. Fight, if you have Throne's favor, you gain. If you already have it, you may KO a card. If he escapes, he repeats his effect. He's a 7. And this whole thing is kind of focusing on the Realm of the Kings, the War of the Kings storyline, where all the different space varying groups were fighting against each other, and lots of it is Shiar versus the Inhumans. So you have Plutonia. When the Mastermind has Throne's favor, you may spend Recruit to fight Plutonia instead of attack. Ambush, he gains Throne's favor. Or Mastermind gains Throne's favor. And then you gain Throne's favor if you already have it. So basically, she comes out, they're going to gain it. You can use Recruit. Take her out first, then play her cards that gain you Throne's favor. Oh. And we have Starbolt. Well, the Mastermind has Throne's Favor, Starbolt gets +2, Ambush, they gain it. If you gain Throne's Favor, if you already have it, you may KO one of your heroes. Alright, so I'm worried to see what Throne's Favor stuff this Mastermind has, because almost all the cards give it to him. So we got Emperor Vulkan of the Shiar, the third Summers brother, whose name I can't remember. Gabriel Summers, I believe, if I'm correct. So he has +3 while he has Throne's Favor, which lots of them guys give him that. Master Strike. Each player that doesn't have Throne's Favor gains a wound. Then he gains it. And only one person can have it at a time. So when this hits, at least every player but one will get it. And then his epic version goes up to 12. Gets +5. And starts with it. Each player that doesn't have Throne's Favor gains a wound to the top of their deck. Not only going to gain one, then they're going to draw it right away. Oh, that sucks. Blast every form of energy. If you have Throne's Favor, you may KO a card you played this turn, and you may KO a card from your discard pile, and then he gains it. It's kind of a neat thing, like you gain a bonus, but then like you have to give it back to him. Vast Wealth of the Shiar. Excuse me. Fight. If you have Throne's Favor, you get +4 recruit, and then he gains it. Brother of Cyclops and Havoc, Vulkan is the only Earthborn mutant to take the Shiar throne. Now we just need Starjammers in here somewhere, so I can have a Corsair. Contempt for weakness. If Vulkan has Throne's Favor, each other player discards each of their cards that cost 2 or less. You gain Throne's Favor. And then Solar Cage. If Vulkan has Throne's Favor, each other player shuffles a wound from their stack and a non-gray hero from their hand into their deck. You gain Throne's Favor. Interesting. Alright, and then we have a couple of schemes. De-evolve with 0 gen crystals. Setup. Add twists equal to the number of players +3. Add an extra henchman group as 0 gen experiments. Special rules. All 0 gen experiments also have Abomination. Twist. Choose a hero in the HQ that does not have a printed of 2 or more. That's common. They've been doing that. Then play 2 cards from the villain deck. Evil wins when there are 3 villains per player and the escaped or the villain deck runs out. Interesting. Tornado of Terrigen Mists. 10 twists. Each player puts a small object above the sewers to represent themselves. Special rule. You cannot fight villains outside the city space where you are. You can still recruit from all HQ spaces and fight the Mastermind. During your turn, you spend 1 attack any number of times you move your spell from 1 space. Interesting. It kind of sounds like a weird board game. Quest 1. Put the tornado scheme above the sewers. Quest 2 to 5. Each player in the tornado space gains a wound. Then move this card and each villain simultaneously 1 space to the left. 69. Same effect, but they all move to the right. That's cool. So it starts off, so basically you have to try and dodge that. So you probably want to stay like 1 space ahead of it. And then once it moves, you're probably going to want to move over behind it so you don't get hit by it. But that means you can't defeat guys in front of it or on it. But then it hits the one side and it goes back. That's kind of an interesting little, like, that's what I love about the schemes. They make like interesting little extra board games out of some of these. War of the Kings. 11 twists. Twist 1 through 8. Stack this twist next to the scheme as a battlefront. This turn you may pay 1 recruit per battlefront to supply the war. If you pay, you gain 3 Throne's Favor. You may KO one of your cards. If you don't pay by the end of the turn, right after you draw a new hand of cards, stack a card from the shield off the stack next to the scheme as a Victorious General. The mastermind gains thrown favor. If you already have it, you gain a wound. 9th row, same effect with 2 general when they have 6. Basically, you don't pay, they gain a token. And if they get 6 of them, they win. Okay, interesting. And then ruin the perfect wedding. 11 twists. Set aside 2 extra heroes to get married. Prepare each wedding hero into a separate 14 card stack ordered by cost with the lowest cost on top. Twist 1. Put a wedding hero stack above the rightmost city space at the altar. Gain its top card. Twist 2. Put the other hero stack above the mastermind at the door. Gain its top card. And then 3 through 7. Gain the top card of either stack. And then KO 2 cards from the top of each hero stack that has a villain or mastermind in the space immediately below it. Then the leftmost hero stack walks down the aisle, moving 1 space to the right. Okay, so twist 1, 1 person's on the sewers. Or above the hero stack. Or it'll be above the sewers. Then the other one starts above the mastermind. So 3 through 7. If there's a villain in the sewers, you basically got to keep the sewers empty or you're constantly KOing essentially what would be the bride. But I know they just say heroes instead of bride and groom because that way you can have, male, male, female, female, or whatever. However you want to do it. Scarlet Witch and Vision. There's a bunch of characters got married. There'd be plenty of things you could set. Jean Grey, Cyclops, Vulkan, Wiccan, and Hulkling. There's at least 3, for sure. I have to look through all the rest to see if any of the other characters got married. They are available. But yeah, then the groom side, who's above the mastermind, would automatically KO 2 cards, and then would move 1 space over. So as they move over, so as long as the city stays empty, they'd be fine, but they automatically lose 2 cards. Interesting. And then 8 through 11 KO 2 cards from the top of each stack. Evil wins if either wedding hero stack is KO'd. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it takes them 5 to get all the way to the end. And then 8 through 11. So 8, 9, 10, 11. So the next 4. But basically they have to survive 4 turns next to each other with the 2 most spaces being used. That's cool. Again, I love that extra little board gamey thing. Yeah, in the epic Marvel Comics War of the Kings, Inhumans emerge from their self-imposed exile to go to war. Fierce while being manipulated by the Kree. And then peacemaking wedding between here we go. That's right. There's that wedding too. A peacemaking wedding between Crystal and the Kree leader Ronan the Accuser, who was in the previous set Into the Cosmos. So now you can marry them. Is savagely attacked by the Shiar Imperial Guard sent by Vulkan. Soon the Inhumans are at work to Shiar, and while the space fleet battles for destiny, Black Bolt's brother schemes to betray it and seize the Inhuman throne. So that's kind of where this all comes in between them storylines. Black Bolt and Medusa can get married. Yeah, there's a couple different options there. And then here's just the other thing they put in here is Legendary Secret War 1 contains the Illuminati Black Bolt and Maximus Heroes, who's part of Cabal. So you could add them in there if you want some different, same group of characters but different ones. Civil War has Lockjaw as a sidekick. Legendary X-Men contains Deathbird, Shiar Imperial Guard, Patrolcraft, and Shiar Death Commandos. And Into the Cosmos has Ronan the Accuser. So if you want to add more of the Inhuman / Royal Family or Shiar cards in here. Plus, at one point, the X-Men, after this storyline, the X-Men went to space, and it was like Havoc, Polaris, and they met some other different new characters, and they were in there, so you could always combine them, and there's being like the spacefaring X-Men. So that's Realm of the Kings. Yeah, again, like the fact they had the Inhumans, that's cool. Some definitely interesting concepts in here. I just hope that they release more Inhuman characters, whether they're pre-existing ones or a different one. However, I just hate where there's like, here's a brand new team, and then they never release more characters for it. Alright, catch you guys later. Bye.